Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back with another video. Today we're playing I don't want to say controversial, but we're on Alien Fireteam Elite, or Aliens Fireteam Elite. I've been playing this game a bit lately. It was on sale on Steam for like, I kid you not, it was like 10 bucks. So even though I heard like a lot of bad reviews for it, I was like, bro, that's a 10-buck game, dude. And like, just based off of what it looked like, you know, it looked pretty chill, And quite honestly, dude, as you can see, I finished, I'm telling you, I love this hair, but it sucks sometimes. I just got my whole hair in my mouth. As you can see, I have the DLC here. It was 10 bucks plus the DLC. I was like, dude, yes. But I finished like the base game, and I gotta say, it really wasn't bad. Like, I actually enjoyed myself. I'm not even lying to you, I enjoyed myself. And it has the option to play private, dude, so I don't even have to play with other people. I honestly, when it comes to games, or at least games now, I like to play private, only because like, if the game is mainly public and you have to always play with other people, it really puts a timer and limit on the life of the game. Because then, once the game isn't relevant anymore, you're not going to find any players on it. And if it's a game that's purely online, you're not even going to be able to play the game, period. So I love games that allow you to play by yourself, because then it's like, it doesn't matter how long you take to get to the game, you know? You could just kind of play it whenever and never have to worry about, you know? That's why games like frickin' Battlefront 2 are non-existent right now. I know there's like a small underground community of people playing Battlefront 2 right now, but like wide range, nuh-uh. It's not like what it used to be before. Now there's a whole kind of wave of Call of Duty being revitalized because of the whole thing with Xbox. I actually, you know what game I got on? I got back on Cold War. Because quite honestly, I'm having more fun playing multiplayer Cold War than playing Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. It's just better. It's just better, dude. Granted, I've only been playing Nuketown. I don't know how the other lobbies are. I don't know. They might not even be active at this point. But I just have so many, dude. I have so much content and hours played on Cold War, especially with zombies, because I was doing the zombie camo grind for a hot minute at one point. So I kind of got back into that too. But today is the day before one of the vacations that I'm going on. So I know that I've mentioned so much that I have the Resident Evil 4 gameplay. I promise that's coming out. I promise you it's coming out. The only thing is, I kid you not, the video is almost an hour and 30 minutes long. And I'm going to keep it at an hour and 30 minutes long. It's the entire game. I'm not gonna do like part 1, part 2, like nah, it's just me playing the entire game. So think about it, I mean, I think I took 14 hours just because I was like going around doing random stuff, but 14 hours condensed to an hour and 30 minutes. So, you know, I just, you know, the base edit is done, you know, the base edit. All the clips are put together, but then now I have to do like transitions and fix the audio a little bit, because the audio really didn't come out good. It didn't come out good. I was using like headphone mic, sorry, for it. But it's still, I find the video still to be funny, and I'm doing a little new thing. I added a little new thing into the video, because I didn't have my webcam, so you're gonna see it when it comes out. It's just that it's, you know, the base edit is like an hour long, so it's taking kind of long. I've been doing it here and there, but that's gonna go up soon. It's gonna go up soon, I promise you, I promise you. But yeah, there's that. Also Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm on the last mission right now, currently. My last objective, defeat Ganondorf. So that video is still currently in the process. I'm gonna probably finish that up when I come back from vacation. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. All right, so we're setting this up to intense. I haven't played, I've only played on here. I can show you missions. Yeah, so I played the whole thing through on standard, completed, you know, Yeah, I've completed the whole thing through one time. Oh, so let me, before I actually get into a whole bunch of stuff, let's just look at what I got here, my loadout, right? So I got my gunner, and I have basically these 2 weapons just maxed out. I have 4 stars on them. That's how it does this little chart here. You basically level up the gun till you get 4 stars. And it goes based off your combat rating. I'm not going to get too into it because if you want to know about all that stuff, there's plenty of tutorials out there. The topic that I'm going to be covering today is much more important. But I wanted to have something playing in the background, me playing in the background, just to give it some kind of entertainment value. We're going to see, because I want to be respectful with this topic, and I don't know if playing a game in the background while talking about it is necessarily respectful. You know, it's my channel is film/gaming, so I want to be able to talk about serious subjects and topics while also staying true to the context of, or to the context or content of my channel. So, you know, hopefully this is nothing is done here with the intent of being disrespectful. And yeah, but yeah, so I got my gunner class. I got him leveled up. I still need to go up 1 more level to be able to put as the maximum amount of perks on here to increase my combat rating, so that I can comfortably whoa, not on intense, bro, not on intense, so that I could comfortably do the DLC, which is recommended 550 combat rating, and my combat rating is 521. So yeah, I'm gonna try to level this guy up a little bit, at least to like 530 or 540, and then I'll do the DLC. But I need to definitely unlock this last bit here. But yeah, so I have my first set, and then I have my second set, which is my sniper set, which is my dude here with shades. You can't really see him because my webcam is blocking it, but because, you know, PC gaming is so great, I can't move my mouse to my other monitor, despite the fact that I've tried to change it from full screen to borderless window to windowed. None of them let me change to a different monitor. If someone knows a solution to this, please let me know. I've tried to change, like I said, full screen, windowed, borderless. None of them let me. I just can't go to the other monitor. Anyways, yeah, he's got some pimped out shades. They're gold. The sniper is gold too. Pretty cool. And my little submachine gun is gold too. This is my second class. You can kind of see it here. It's pretty sweet stuff, as you can see. But yeah, my first set is this assault rifle / shoddy set, and that brings my combat rating up to 521. Then my second character I was using was my Lancer, which is my big boy, who I think I want to use. No, I'm not going to use it because I'm trying to level up my gunner. Yeah, my Lancer, I used him a little bit. He's level 2. Look at this big boy. He's a beast. He's got the submachine gun with the flamey. It's pretty sick. Yeah, I've really only used these 2 guys. I kid you not, I started playing this game like 3 days ago. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna use my gunner and try to do this first set of missions on intense while talking about an intense subject. I'm gonna talk about some serious subject matter.
Should be right here.
And what I kind of want to talk about is a movie that was recently released, and I think that it is. I kind of was like thinking to myself how exactly I wanted to go about talking about this, but I just wanted to cover the film because I feel like it's the most important film of the time, of the century, I guess, because I'm going off of as well a post that was just put up recently about Oppenheimer. Are you for real, dude? I kid you not, the entire day I go, you know, I'm playing here, I'm chilling the whole day, and the little fire alarm thing never does little beep. and it decides to do it now when I start doing a video. So sorry for that, guys. You're gonna be hearing that in the background. But anyways, yeah. Recently it was posted on Instagram. I don't remember which news source or whatever posted it, but they basically said like Oppenheimer, the most important film of the century, and I remember when I saw that, I was just immediately cringing, because in my mind I'm thinking, so the most important film of the century is a film about something that took place years ago, you know, granted, you know, a very important time, but it's not something that's, I feel, the most important film of the century, or for this century, you know? It's like, dude, it's literally a movie about something that happened so long ago. Is it an important film? Yeah, I think it's important. But to say it's the most important film of the century, it was just kind of cringy to me. And it made me think about a film that I recently saw, and that film is The Sound of Freedom. Like I said, heavy topic and things to talk about right now. I don't know how long this video is going to be, because I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot to say about the film, and about how the film is being received right now in society. And I think, hold on, could I? Am I actually hurting this dude? Like, respectfully? Wait, you could hurt your teammates? Or maybe is it because I'm playing on intense? Because I promise you, I never had the ability to hurt my teammates before. Could they hurt me? Could they hurt me? You know how many times they've thrown a grenade in my direction and I never took damage from it? You're telling me we could hurt each other now? Don't tell me that, dude. Do not tell me that. I already struggle with these two nincompoops that I have on my team. Hold on. Now this is... I might have to switch back to normal if I want to have a normal conversation right now. But anyways, yeah, so... The Sound of Freedom. Where do I even begin? The topic and the theme that it covers, it's a no-brainer. And that's something that I've said to myself so many times already. And what I mean by it being a no-brainer, it's like, we're talking about something so important. We're talking about children. If you don't know what the topic of, or the theme of Sound of Freedom is, it's bringing awareness to child. And I know I said it was gonna be a tough topic, very serious topic. I don't know if it's totally appropriate to be playing a game in the background while talking about this, but honestly, like I said, my channel is gaming. I'm able to formulate ideas really well while I'm playing games. That's just the you know, the style of my channel, and I want to be as respectful as possible. Back to the topic at hand. What I mean by a no-brainer, it's that this is a theme that I feel like everybody should get behind, and what I mean by that is nobody should have an issue with this movie. That's like someone making a film about, like, you know, slavery or about freaking or about, like, you know, like the boy in the striped pajamas. Like, it's a topic and it's a theme. You know, you might have criticism on, you know, the film techniques used, on the editing, on all those different things, but something that everyone should agree on, it's that it's a good theme. It's something good to bring awareness to, and you know, that's what I mean by it being a no-brainer. It's like it's those type of things where it's like, well, yeah, obviously, you know, everyone's supposed to be cool with this, but for whatever reason, and I'm not saying for whatever reason in the sense of, like, I don't know what it is, because I know what it is, but society is not being accepting of this film, and it really makes you wonder why would society and big corporations not want a film that is bringing awareness to. Why would they not want or not be in favor of a film that's bringing awareness to it? You know, it really makes you think, and it really makes you skeptical about those people and about those corporations. it makes you think, man, why are you fighting so much against this awareness? Are you a yourself? Are you protecting people who are? It's that type of deal that I'm just like, but it's just so funny, and the film really opened my eyes, and I think it opened a lot of people's eyes to this problem that, you know, we're having right now. And the trafficking of children is a very big problem. Oh shoot, wait a minute, hold on.
Just about to kick power to the mains.
Okay. Yeah, y'all, can you help? Can you help, guys? Guys, please. What is happening right now? Guys, I'm struggling. People, help. I guess it probably isn't a good idea for me to be playing this while I'm trying to conceive ideas right now. But yeah, I've done my research to an extent. I don't know exact numbers. I don't know you know, certain specifics. So I wouldn't say that this is the video for you to come to when you're trying to look for, you know, very particular statistics and all that type of stuff. I'm just a normal person, you know. Alright, bro, if you don't want to get shot by me, then don't go right in front of my bullets. I'm not the #1 source. You know, there's so many other channels that covered it way better than I did, or that I'm doing right now. I'm just someone who just wants to put my ideas out there, and I really wanted to be able to, you know, talk about this and say how I feel about this film, because I feel like the film isn't getting covered and recognized enough. Even though they just posted, Sound of Freedom just posted that they actually reached 10 million. I don't know what the 10 million in particular represents. I don't know if that's tickets sold or people that actually saw the movie or what. But their goal was that they wanted to reach out to 2 million people for the 2 million children that are. Or of course there's, you know, there's more than that, but that's like a, you know, a number that they put out, and they ended up reaching 10 million. So that's a plus. That's really good. Get out of my way, dude. I'm going to kill you if you get in front of my gun. But yeah, it's just the film is not nearly getting enough of the praise that it should get, and it's not to praise the film for the sense of like, you know, like that's all that we care about. We care about the message that's being portrayed and you know, the awareness. But going back to the post that I started this off with, it was so clear to me, because even the comment section, I thought, you know, like, yeah, sure, like, not that it's good, but it's expected for the, you know, the big companies and the movie industries to be backing up and you know, backing up their boys, basically, who's into that kind of stuff. So it's expected that, you know, they'd be like, nah, you know, like. But when I saw regular people, twice, bro, are you for real? Average people who are also not in support of the film, I'm just like, it's a no-brainer. It's a movie bringing awareness to, and for whatever reason, it is such a controversial film right now. It's so controversial. But then movie studios promote a film like Cuties that is sexing children on the big screen, and they're like, yeah, Cuties is a great film. But then a movie bringing awareness to is all of a sudden, quote unquote, what they say, bogus statistics, and all the other things, basically undermining the film, or not undermining, like underselling the film, saying, oh, the film is based off of untrue facts, so don't go watch it. And it's like, but then a film like Cuties is just acceptable now? It was never acceptable, but it's just, it's interesting to see that, you know, these companies support a film like that, but then a film, you know what I mean? It's just, it's weird. You don't see anything anywhere where they're promoting the film, you know? you don't see any news outlets kind of praising the film. And when it comes to anything in terms of race, you know, these news outlets would be promoting it and saying, wow, what an amazing film. But then when it's supporting the you don't hear a single peep out of any of these news places. Nothing. They just don't want to talk about it. And yo, my dude got beamed. And let me tell you, if you go see it, it's a very impactful film. And it opens your eyes to so many things. And that's another thing that I want to cover too a little bit later, how it's opening my eyes to different things, like to an everyday basis. And you know, my girlfriend and my family were impacted. Can you hop off? Goodness sake. You know, it's impacted everyone, my family, me and my girlfriend. When it's about this kind of thing, we both are very open with expressing how you telling me both of y'all are here and none of y'all could have got this guy off of me. Guys, I'm gonna need you guys to just I'm stuck. Can somebody get me? Can y'all stop playing around and just pick me up, dude? Just kill him and pick me up! Bro, y'all are tripping for that, dude. First of all, I got stuck right in this corner. But the reason that that's been revealed to me, that the film is kind of like deemed... Alright, if you're gonna stand there, then take care of him, bro. I mean, he did. The biggest reason that I've seen that they're deeming the film controversial is, well, because of what I said before, how they're saying it's based off of bogus statistics. They don't believe that the film is accurate to what's happening today. And what I say to that is, right, two things. One, it's based on a true story. No film is going to be 100% accurate. That's just not, and by accurate, I don't mean that films intentionally are inaccurate, but they do things to make it more interesting. Take it from me. I'm a film major. I can say this now. I don't have my degree in here, but I have an authority. I can tell you they do things in film to make it more interesting and more entertaining to watch than it might have actually been in real life. But that doesn't take away from the overall theme and message of the film. And so one of the reasons people are saying it's become controversial, that was the word, I lost it for a moment, my brain didn't work, is because they're saying, one, that it's not historically accurate. And to that I say, one, it's a movie. It's never gonna be the 100% the same events that took place. Just watch a documentary at that point if you want it to be, you know. But we're talking about a film with actors. They have to take artistic liberties to make the film they want to make. So there's that. And the second thing, okay, let me go ahead and play on what they're saying. It's not accurate, or 100% accurate. It's going off of bogus statistics. That doesn't take away from the fact that people should still go watch the movie. They're literally saying, don't go watch the movie because it's not accurate. Okay, you know how many films are not accurate, are not 100% historically accurate, and there's never been a movie studio or a news studio that has ever said to not go watch a movie because of its accuracy. It's always up to the viewer's discretion and up to, you know, if they want to go see it. But for whatever reason, oh, don't go watch this movie because it's not historically accurate. Okay, sure, let's say it's not. It's still a great film displaying a message that's very important for this time because it's something that's still currently happening till this day. And even if it's not 100% accurate, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go see it. And that's one of the reasons why they're... Get out of my way, dude. You know, why am I getting upset that I'm shooting him, dude? I don't know why I'm getting upset. I will kill you. I don't care. Get in front of my gun. You're gonna die. You're going for the message and theme and for the entertainment or the emotion that it invokes. And the film gives all of that. It gives entertainment. It gives the message, and it gives an emotion, and it makes you walk out of the theater feeling well informed of the situation and going outside with a different mindset. Like I said, ever since I watched that movie, I'm just like, wow, historical accuracy should not be a reason to not go watch a film. I mean, take oh man, I can't remember the name of that movie. That's killing me, dude. That is such a my friends are gonna kill me for not knowing the name of this movie. It's a Tarantino movie. Inglourious Bastards. Goodness sake, I can't. I promise I'm a film student. I promise. This is like one of the first films they ever show you. That film is like a different perspective on how that whole ordeal could have or could have gone down. Not historically accurate, fantastic movie. Historical accuracy shouldn't determine if you're gonna go watch a movie unless it's being disrespectful. Now, if they're making like a mock-up of a biblical event and they're bashing it and making things not, like essentially recreating things in a disrespectful way, that's different. But this film does not do this at all in any way. So historical accuracy should not be a reason to not go watch this movie. And the second reason that it's a controversial film right now is because of the quote-unquote Christian background that the film has. Take it from me. I'm a Pentecostal Christian, and I can tell you that it is not you're not going into the movie, it's not a religious movie. There's only, from what I can remember off the top of my head, there's only 2 mentions of God in the film. But because of the fact that the film mentions God 2 times, and because the main actor is it's the I can't remember his name, the guy who played Jesus from the Passion of the Christ. Because of those 3 combinations, the 2 things and him, they're like, nah, bro, it's a religious film. Don't go watch it. The only thing the only part of the film that mentions God is the slogan, where it's like God's children are not for sale. I think that's how it went. And then when one of the other main actors, or it's like a side actor or sub actor, talks about why he was doing what he was doing and why he was getting into this why he was getting into the lifestyle of how he saved these children. Basically, the main character asked him, why are you doing this? Why are you helping these children? It was basically, he was a part of the cartel. He's an ex-cartel member. He was in a club, which is very common for them. And he was like, he saw a girl there. He was like, bet, we're going to do the deed. They did the deed. And he found out later on that she was underage, and it basically destroyed him. It was like he was gonna kill himself, and the reason he didn't kill himself is because he had a personal encounter with God, and he basically stopped him from killing himself, and he basically made him see that he had a greater purpose than to kill himself. He would do more good in staying alive to save these children than killing himself, because what would killing himself solve? It would solve nothing.
Did you hear explosions just
it would relieve him from his guilt, because he'd be dead.
Don't worry about
But
professionals.
He would have, at the end of the day, he still did what he did, and at least staying alive and helping these children was kind of him making up for what he did, even though he never will. But it to him was his way of paying back. And basically that was it, that God told him, that he felt that God told him not to kill himself. He had that encounter with God. And that was a really important moment for me too, because I liked how they incorporated, God in that aspect of, it's just small connections. They kept it very calm and collected, and even that was too much. And that makes you think too, like, whoa, like, you really can't just be sharing, you just can't share any kind of Christian beliefs in Hollywood or anywhere. As a matter of fact, you can't have it in school, but you can talk about, LGBTQ, all this stuff in school, but you can't even have a Bible in school. I mean, college is different, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't share none of that stuff, but you could do everything else, So that's like another reason why they deemed the film to be controversial, because and I remember after I saw the movie, I immediately was like, Yo, let me go look at the Rotten Tomato reviews. Audience score, amazing. I haven't checked it in a minute, but the audience score was like 99. I kid you not. And Rotten Tomato score, and it had like 2,000 reviews, and Rotten Tomato was like a 70 something, and it had like 50 reviews. And when I checked that, it's like, I'm telling you, no one gave a legitimate reason as to why, or everyone who quote unquote didn't like the film, they didn't give a legit reason as to why the film was bad. Film wise, everything they attacked was the two things I mentioned: the historical accuracy and the quote unquote religious intent. But they didn't say anything about, you know, like how the film was made and like made the pacing, tone, the mise en scène. They didn't mention any of that. They were just like, we don't like the movie because this guy is in it, and you know, he's a Jesus freak, and they're promoting Christianity. It's not accurate. Child trafficking isn't that crazy. You know, it's not that important. So therefore, I don't like the movie. Don't go watch it. It's like, but you didn't actually give a good reason as to why the film. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, I watched a bunch of people's reviews on it, and one of the YouTubers that you know, that I watch, and he's one of my favorite YouTubers, Tyrone Magnus. He shared his review and his how it impacted him, and he gave it a 4 out of 5. And he, you know, he mentioned little things here and there in terms of the total runtime and this, that, and the third. He felt like I can't remember if he said if he felt like it was too long. I think he said he might have felt like if it was too long, but that's a legitimate, you know, that's a legitimate thing, a legitimate criticism, and I could respect that. I can respect that because me personally, I mean, I only saw the film once, but I remember when I was watching it, there was certain times where I felt like the pacing was a little off, and you know, and I could say that I can give that feedback, that criticism. And if somebody were to give that kind of criticism, I would respect it, you know? But at the end of the day, it's still a great message. It's still an important film to watch. And I feel like it is the most important film of the century. Not freaking Oppenheimer. And that's not to say anything bad about Oppenheimer. I still want to go watch it. But to say that that's the most important film of the century, meanwhile, that's something that happened so many years ago, but then a film that's covering something that's still currently happening now, and that's still a problem now, that's not the most important film of the century. And it was funny to me, and I took screenshots. I might show it here, I don't know. I took screenshots of people in the comments of that post saying, no, it's not, Sound of Freedom is the most important film of the century, and every single one had backlash from the community. They're like, oh, don't go watch it, yada, yada, yada. I can't remember exactly what, but it's just like every single one was just, it's like, bro, people can't even have an opinion now. Like, it's funny because I went onto the comments for that exact reason, because when I saw the post, I said, no, it's not. Sound of Freedom is the most important film. And then I said, let me go in the comments and see if anyone mentioned Sound of Freedom. And there were some. There definitely should have been more. But it's funny because people who are making jokes, right, their comments, like, people let it slide. Like, some people were like, no, it's not, Barbie's the most important film, yada, yada, yada. And that was fine, because it was a joke. And people were cool with that. But as soon as someone said Sound of Freedom, it's like everyone decided, like, okay, we gotta attack that person now. Like, you can't even... Number one, I agree that it is the most important film of the century. And number two, that's our opinion. Why... But that's nothing new. Obviously, social media is, you know, kind of like how they say you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And social media is this place where you're not allowed to have your own opinion. You have to have the mob kind of mentality. You got to have the opinion that everyone else has. And that kind of just, you know, is another reason where I'm just like, wow, a film that's bringing awareness to is not being accepted by some people in the community, on top of the fact that big corporations aren't accepting it either. maybe the statistic that they said at the end of the movie was true. But it's just like, the message is just so crucial. It is such an important message, and I promote the film. You know, it was a great film. Like I said, I watched it, and yeah, there were some times where I was sitting there, I was like, it was kind of quick. That part was kind of quick, or that part kind of took, like, there was some pacing issues that I had with it. Granted, I only watched it once, but so I can respect if people have criticisms like that, but still overall, they're like, go watch this movie. Like Tyrone, he had his criticisms, his critiques, but overall he said, you know, watch the movie. And he even said, like, you know, he might not watch it again, because it's true, for some people, they could only handle watching it once, and that's fine. You only need to watch it once to understand the concept and to have your eyes open, like I said. But you really only need to watch the movie one time to have this different perspective that I now have. But I could watch it again. I wouldn't necessarily watch it again for entertainment, because it's not the type of film that you watch to be like, yeah, I'm excited to go see it. It's like, no, like, I need to, you know, I would watch it again if, like, I had a friend that wanted to watch it, but they didn't want to go by themselves. Yeah, but like, yeah, I'll watch it again, sure. It's definitely the type of film that, you know, like he said, you have to watch it once, or you can watch it once, or you only need to watch it once, or whatever exactly he said. But then for these people and for these studios to say, don't go watch it, you know, go watch Indiana Jones instead, it's like, wow, okay, you're coming off like a trap, or you're protecting one, whichever one. The devil's out here working. He's working, and the first thing he does is he attacks children. I'll put a little preaching in there. I don't care. The devil's attacking the youth and the children, bro. It's not, you don't gotta be some kind of prophet to be able to see this stuff. The innocence of a child's mind is being attacked, on top of, I mean, and their bodies too, with trafficking. And the innocence of children, that's what he's after. He's after their innocence, and it's very clear. And the people who are attacking these children are being protected, and that's something for you to keep your eyes out, you know, keep a lookout for. Just that topic in general, you know. And something that, now to segue into a different kind of conversation, that I had this premonition, and I remember I was on my first little weekend vacation, where I literally sent my girlfriend a video message, because I could not believe it might not be true. It might not be true. It might not be exactly, you know, my frames are dropping right now. I don't know what's going on. It might not be exactly, you know, what I'm thinking, but I was basically watching Berlizzi. I was on my vacation. I was playing Zelda, and I had Berlizzi's Little Nightmares playthrough playing in the background. I've seen it before, so I kind of just had it as background noise. Some people like to put music or whatever, but I like to watch videos in the background. If I wasn't making this video, I would be watching a video right now while playing this. But anyway, so I was watching his playthrough of Little Nightmares. I just came to the conclusion that I don't know if this is because the overall theme and meaning of the game was kind of left in the air. The creator, wow, he did a lot of damage with that one hit. The creators were never like, this is the message, this is the story, you know. It was kind of just left up for interpretation. And the way that I interpreted it, and who kind of opened my eyes to it as well, was Berlin, because he mentioned, like, yo, this is kind of giving like vibes a little bit. And immediately when he said that, or no, right before he said that, I was kind of thinking to myself, because I was in the state of mind, like I said, with like the awareness of my eyes being open, and I was aware to all of this stuff now, and in my mind, I was like, you know, this kind of is giving a little bit of like, but you know, I could be wrong. And then Berlin said it. That's, you know, maybe I'm not wrong. Maybe it is. And then I you know, then it started to all kick in, because Little Nightmares is one of my favorite games as well. And I just started to think back. But yeah, then I started to kind of just like analyze the game in itself. And I was like, wait a minute, you're playing, I mean, of course, creative liberties. You know, obviously, scale and the proportions between the characters you play as and the monsters you fight are very much off. But you're playing as a child. For the first one, let's start with the first one. You're playing as a child stranded on a boat. The film Sound of Freedom, the kids are transported on boats or ships, and they're taken to different places, and people buy them there. And in the game, you're on a ship, and those fat dudes come on the ship and they're just eating food, and whenever they see you they go crazy. And that can't be a coincidence as to the fact that you're a kid on a ship. You know, there's other kids on the ship. Number one, you're playing as a child, so there's that. And these huge beings and monsters, or the people that are depicted as monsters, are chasing after you. Every time they see you, they grab you, and you know, and then you're on a ship. And then in the first one, at the end of it, when you come out of the ship, you're on an island. I don't know. I don't have the type of publicity, YouTube, for you to take my video down, okay? I don't got that type of publicity, so you don't need to like ban my video for what I'm saying. I kid you not, I'm getting like 20 views max on this video. So like, if you strike my video, for what? But when you come out you're on that island, it's giving Epstein vibes. I'm sorry, but it's giving a little bit of Epstein vibes. You're on a ship, you get out this ship, and you're on an island, a deserted island, like a private island. Come on now. You know, then the woman too, I guess I'm kind of like relating it to the film a lot. Then the woman in Little Nightmares, you know, the chick that you have to show the mirror to her, show her face, yada yada yada. You know, in The Sound of Freedom, they make it clear too, and Tim Ballard also had that's who the film is, or who the main character is. The film is about him and his experience. And Tim Ballard had a documentary. It was on YouTube. Me and my girlfriend saw it, and basically, you know, there's females too. It's not only men that are into this trafficking stuff. There's females too, and the movie covers that as well. You know, the movie, there's this female who was working, and she's the one that basically brings the children in to, you know, she like lures them in to get them trapped. And I don't know, the chick in Little Nightmares kind of gives me that vibe, because she's the head of the ship. She's the head of the organization. She's the one, you know, who's getting these kids, and kind of just gave me the vibes of like the guilt. You know, you show the mirror to her, and the mirror kind of hurts her because she's seeing her reflection. Kind of like she's seeing what she's become. She's seeing everything that she's done. And that's kind of like, you know, this chick in the movie, she brought these kids in and trafficked them, and I think there was a moment where you could kind of see that she felt a little bit of guilt about what she did. Doesn't make it okay. Like, if you feel guilty, then stop. Just stop. But that kind of gives the same vibes of like, you had to put the mirror to this chick in the game, and it kind of like gave her, it was like, you know, it's all about like metaphors or simile. I don't know. I was never good with metaphors and similes. But, you know, kind of showing your reflection to her killed her in the game. And that kind of plays off of the idea, like, you know, the women involved with this stuff probably feels guilt about what they've done. And like how the woman in the movie, I'm pretty sure at some point kind of, I don't know, I could have been reading it wrong. They kind of showed her face when she was doing something, and it looked like she felt guilty about taking the kids. And that kind of gives the same vibe in Little Nightmares, that the woman, you use the mirror to show her reflection, and that's basically what kills her. When she sees what she's become, what she's done, that kills her. And that was another kind of connection that I made. I could be reading too much into it. Like I said, it's just, you know, something to think about. I mean, you're playing as a child, trying to escape, you know, the horrors. And that's the first one. Then the DLC doesn't really, it's kind of in the same universe. You know, it's in the same universe as the first one. It's taking place at the same time as the first one. You know, I would have to really go through the whole game. The DLC, I'm not really sure. There's not too many connections, except that they show like, you know, the beds again when you first arrive. You know, you kind of it kind of gives you more of a perspective of the fact that you're playing as a child in the DLC, though, because, you know, when you're playing as 6, she has a raincoat. You don't really know who she is. She could be an adult. You don't know. But when you're playing as this other kid in the DLC, you can very clearly see that it's a child that you're playing as, and that all the people, you know, it's just a bunch of kids, and there's different beds, and it's really giving off these vibes of like, you know, this place that's just capturing children. But then the second one goes into detail as well, because in the second one you're playing as another kid. So this is before the first one. It's the events that take place before the first one, before even getting on the ship, and before you're even playing as Six. And the second one you're playing as this new child. And so the part that sticks out to me the most, the second one I've probably played the least. I played it one time, I enjoyed it, I loved it, but I've only played it once. So I can't make too many connections, but the one connection I can make and that I did think about instantly was how in the second one, you know, Six does her traitorous stuff, and you know, that killed me when it happened. It killed me. But the big twist, I'm sorry, spoilers, spoiler alert, Six ends up betraying you, and she ends up leaving. Oh, you saw that Commando Pro launch he just did? He skipped past both of my boys and tried to get me. That's crazy. Six betrays you. You end up falling. You're like going through this corridor where everything is breaking, and the ground is moving, and your main character kind of hangs off a cliff. And instead of Six helping you, she just leaves. She leaves you. Not even that, bro. She picks you up and drops you. Like intentionally, like it wasn't like oh, she was running, she couldn't. Nah, she straight up leaves you. Your character falls and gets left behind in that location. And the big plot twist is that the tall, slender man looking dude, really the whole time was the character you were playing as. And that kind of spoke to me too, because a lot of times kids who don't get out of the system, who are, it becomes their life. They're in this, and that's what happens to the character. The character Six leaves your character, and now he gets left behind, and now he's the one that ended up going after the kids. And that's kind of like, you know, going back to the movie, the ex-cartel dude. He saw this girl at a club, and she looked like grown. She looked grown, and she had become so used to doing what she did that, you know, it didn't even, it was like a second nature to her. And that's kind of what happens to these kids who get left there and they never get out. It becomes their lifestyle. And that's basically what happens to your main character in the second game. And that was the connection that it just brought me to. And I was like, wow, like, yo, my eyes were just opened. All right, let's quickly get this dub, because this is an intense moment right here. Let's quickly get this dub real quick. Okay. Okay, here she is. What? I just put the bomb on myself, dude. Are you for... Oh, shoot, I'm gonna die. Monica, I'm dead. Guys, please. Please just get me. I don't care if you... No. I'm high priority. I'm high priority. Please. Please, guys. Don't do this to me. I've been here for so long. Guys, please. Please. I have 20 seconds. If you guys don't revive me, I'm going to kill you. Thank you. Oh. Nobody touch me. Please. I'm fragile. Shoot. Oh, dang it. I'm coming. Revive. Oh, the hubba. Can we get out of here, please? You're both down? What do I even have you both for? What do I even have you both for? Ouch. This is really bad, actually. This is actually not good at all. I don't believe it, bro.
Yeah, we were so close.
Yo, Herrera, I'm gonna need you to shut your mouth. I gotta return. You don't even let me do it again? I almost said something bad. I'm gonna end the video. So yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. That's kind of what I wanted to just talk about. Very important, you know, awareness, bring awareness. If anyone sees this video and, you know, it speaks to them, I just want to spread awareness about, you know, everything going on, and about these innocent children that are taken from their families and from their homes and used. I mean, quite, you know, I don't know what I can say on YouTube. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't really have to be super careful with my words, but you know, children are getting taken advantage of, and they're being sold for money like slaves. Oh, that was another thing too, that another statistic that they put out there was that there's more slaves in this day and age than there was when slavery was legal. And that is so crazy to me, how us as a society have allowed that to happen. And but yeah, I just want to spread some kind of awareness about this whole thing. Like, I want to be as respectful as possible. I don't know if playing a game was totally respectful, but I, you know, just to put a little bit of entertainment out there for my viewers. And yeah, be aware. Open your eyes, open your hearts, open your, you know, your spirit to things that are going on in this world now, in this day and age. Like I mentioned before, children and young people and youths are being attacked, and it's something to be aware of and to keep a lookout for and to fight against. Because I'm still young, you know, I'm 22, I'm nowhere near being old, but, you know, always keep an eye out for the next generation of people that are going to come after you, because they're the ones that are going to be running things. And, you know, I just wanted to put that out there. I felt like I really needed to make this kind of video. Definitely, probably the most serious video I've put on this channel. But I felt like it's something I needed to do. There's a lot of people that I feel have stood quiet. There's a couple YouTubers, I'm not going to mention who review every single movie, but for whatever reason, this one they decided not to review or put any kind of awareness out for. So I felt like I just, you know, wanted to do my part. I don't have a wide range of viewers at all, in the slightest. But at least I want to kind of put my 2 cents out there about everything that's going on. And as the movie says, God's children are not for sale. And I want that to be known, that I support Sound of Freedom, and I hope that they get more than 10 million, that they just surpass. And I'm really thankful for the movie and how it's opened my eyes. And I pray that it opens other people's eyes and that it can bring awareness everywhere. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't know if this video is going to get striked. I mean, I censored myself. Nah, YouTube, if you flag my video, y'all grind me for that, because I really could have been more explicit. I could have been more explicit. I really could have been. Stay tuned for that Resident Evil video coming out. It's gonna come out soon. It should be the next video that goes up after this one. So look forward to it. I think it's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny video. I've watched the whole thing, of course, because I edited it. It has some pretty good parts. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it. See you in the next one. Let me know if you want some more Alien Fireteam Elite. Like I said, game's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Son of God, doing what the sun say. Minimalist with the feng shui. Heart guarded, I'm like Harden with the pump fake. We ain't going back and forth, this is one way. Every golden road in heaven is a one way. Serve a big God, I'ma see him one day. Hey. Okay, great, that was one take, but your lyrics didn't